What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Heavy on Let's Go 713. This is the Heavy Hour. I want to thank everybody across the world that's tuning in. I want to thank you, my subscribers. I want to thank you, the fans. I want to thank the entire world for tuning in if you're watching. Again, I created this show to talk about hot topics, to talk about what's real, what's fake, to keep it all the way live, real, raw, and uncut. So I thought it would be best. You see the title. I have so many questions. RIP Takeoff. Justice for Takeoff. I have so many questions, just like you might have so many questions. You might be asking yourself right now, what's really going on? As we look and see what's transpired within over a month and a couple of days, the brother Takeoff was heinously murdered November the 2nd. From November the 2nd, December the 22nd, they arrest Joshua, aka Lil Cam Filth. They arrest him. From the 22nd, they still haven't brought anybody for the murder. Lil Cam was brought on gun charges, 2 gun charges, stemming from that night of him being there in the location and at the event that Takeoff was murdered at. Eyewitness, as well as I believe video, shows him with the gun. Doesn't show or doesn't say he was the one shooting the gun, but does say that he had a gun in his possession, and being a felon, he wasn't supposed to. So he picks up a gun charge. When they go pick him up, they find him with another gun. So he gets 2 gun charges. He goes for arraignment with a no bail due to the fact he has another unrelated case out in LA that he has to go out there and answer for, that he's already on bond. So they gave him a no bond until they find out what they're going to do with this case out there. His lawyer makes it clear that his client hasn't been charged with the shooting or murder of Takeoff. He also made it clear, after being asked some questions by interviewers, that if he didn't shoot Takeoff, did he know or does he know who did? The lawyer made it clear that if that is something to be talked about, we'll discuss that with the DA. All he wants to do right now is get out and clear his name. That's basically facts. You can go look it up for yourself. I summarized it. That's where we were at come November the 22nd. Within a couple of days, Patrick Xavier Clark was picked up on the east side of Houston, Texas, without any problems. They picked him up and they arrested him and charged him with the murder and being the shooter of Takeoff. So, within a couple of days from the 22nd, the actual date, I don't have that written down, they pick up Mr. Clark, aka DJ Pat 713, well known in Houston, right? So, the mayor, Mr. Turner, the chief, police, HPD, I think his name is Finland, whatever his name is. I'll go back and correct that. Detectives and everybody else. This is what they said. We have video video of Patrick Clark pointing a gun towards Takeoff, shooting. We have a wine bottle that he was holding. We have fingerprints and we have ballistics. This is what they said on the news. Chief Finland did not go into detail. What he did say was that he applied for a passport, an urgent or whatever kind of passport, and he was arrested with a large amount of cash. That's what he said, right? And they had him with itinerary planning to go to Mexico. They said he had applied for this visa, this passport, and he had obtained it, and he was headed to Mexico. That's what they said. They said that they arrested him with a large amount of cash. That's what they said. Okay. What I just said is a paraphrase of what word for word what they said on the news. You can go look it up for yourself. If I just at this point, if I said anything wrong, please let me know in your comments after watching this video. So after Chief Finland makes his statement, you know what I'm saying? Other detectives come in. We have the FBI that's helped in on this case. We have the firearms department or the FTA, whatever that is, the firearms department or whatever. They have all these divisions of the departments within police and jurisdictions working hard on this case. The individuals that worked hard that we do not see behind the scenes, the ballistic team, all this is what they said on the news. They wanted to thank everybody for working hard on this case. Okay. So today is Monday the 5th. Patrick Clark goes to court on the middle of the night, that a couple nights before. Today, he gets arraigned. They say they find probable cause. The DA, they make it clear that, hey, we deem Patrick Xavier Clark a flight risk because he was arrested. He had applied for an expeditial passport. He had an itinerary going to Mexico. So we want to set his bail at $1 million. Fact, not fiction. Then, inside that paperwork, they had a slew of requests and stipulations for DJ Pat 713. They want him to give up the passport. They didn't care if he was a foreign national or if he was, whatever. They want that passport. He wouldn't be allowed to apply for any other type of passport, emergency passport, a hood passport, illegal passport, whatever kind of passport that there's available. They wanted to make clear that they didn't want him to have no access to it. Okay? Also in that same motion, and remember that light being on you. That light shine bright on all of us when you got this spotlight on you. So after they did that, inside the motion, it's a couple of people they wanted him to stay away from if he was to make bail. Talking about Patrick Xavier Clark. They wanted him to stay away from clearly Christian Iqbal's family, aka Takeoff, as we know him, part of the Migos. So, on behalf of him and his demise, they don't if he gets bail on Patrick Xavier Clark, they don't want him to have no contact with Takeoff's family or anybody in the family. That includes Offset, that includes probably Cardi B, that includes Quavo, that includes the nephews, nieces, aunties, uncles. Nobody in that family. Takeoff's family. God rest his soul. Then we see a familiar name. They don't want him to have any relations, contact with Jay Prince Jr. or anybody in his household. So that would mean also, and not limited to, anybody that's in mob ties, anybody that's in rap a lot, Jay Prince Sr.,